Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle should just be called Meghan Mistake Markle. Sorry. You heard me yesterday. She bugs. And she's always just on the wrong side of history. You know what I mean? Like everything she does, and I don't know, is she a rage baiter? I think Meghan Markle is a rage baiter at this point because everything she does is just a little bit offbeat. She's rude, I think. I believe. I feel it in my gut. She tries to pretend that she's this perfect domestic goddess, but everything she does just is a little bit off, like taking her peanut butter pretzels from the Trader Joe's bag and putting it in another bag and labeling it peanut butter pretzels. What? Wasteful, not necessary. Everything she does is wrong. I just don't find her, she's not efficient, she's not real, she's not genuine, she's not authentic. She doesn't really feel like she knows what she's doing ever. And I just have so much insider info from my friend who lives in the Montecito area and who has kids that are in the same sports arena with her. And she's just not a present or active mother. And that always just grinds my gears about her. You know what I'm talking about? Um, I just put her in the Blake Lively, Chrissy Teigen category. There's just like a place for them, right? It's Blake, Chrissy Teigen, Meghan Markle. Who else can we put in that category? There's got to be a few other women that are just in that world, in that space. You just hang out in that room. It's like holier than thou. Not a fan. So Meghan Markle, she just keeps messing up. And yesterday, we talked about her laughing at the model falling on a runway, which is not funny. It's actually mean. It was mean. And today, she decided that she was going to be, Susie Homemaker again. And she done messed up because another day, another Meghan gaffe. Now the Duchess is mocked for embarrassing jam fail while cooking at home. But Meghan, aren't you supposed to know how to make jam? Isn't that your jam? No, apparently that's not your jam. But Meghan, I thought you make the best fruit spread, fruit drip, fruit sauce. What is it called again that she makes? Some sort of fruit. Well, over the weekend, she quietly launched new products on her lifestyle website as ever, including a Sauvignon Blanc white wine. My favorite, by the way. Should I get it? Should I try it? I know Zach has tried the rosé. I'm curious, how much is her as ever white wine? Hold on, we got to let it load. We got to let it load. As ever. Wait, can we talk about that name? As ever. It's like as if. As ever. Okay. Oh, now I have to age shame me? Okay, fine, you guys. I'm 44. I was born June 11, 1981. I mean, Marlboro Sauvignon Blanc is my favorite. You can only buy 3 bottles, $90. That's too expensive for me. And 20 flat rate shipping. So it would be $110 for 3 bottles of wine. No, that's okay. I'll just go to Trader Joe's. Sorry. I get great wine at Trader Joe's. I'm just saying. Okay. So she quietly launched new products on her lifestyle website. And she has a new stock of her apricot spread and orange marmalade. But to accompany the new launch, she shared new photographs of herself posing candidly in the kitchen, using canned equipment to pull out of a jar of jam out of the large saucepan on the stove. Now, let me ask you guys a question. Have you ever made jam? I'm talking about this like I know what the F I'm doing, but at least I can share my flaws, okay? I do not know how to make jam. Okay, I know how to make a lot of things. Jam ain't my jam. But if I were selling jam to you at a hefty price, I can tell you real confidently that I would probably perfect the art. And if I hired someone to photograph me making said jam, and I was buying all the equipment pretending I was actually making the jam that I was bottling to sell to you, I would make sure that I was perfecting the art even more so. And there's no question that while she's taking these photos, you would think she would have some sort of a food person on deck. Don't you think? Don't you think she would always have a food person on deck that would be like, Megan, while you're bottling up these jams, even though you're not actually doing it in real life, but like while you're bottling up these jams, let's make it look as realistic as possible. So while you're pulling out the jam, basically the process of making jam is you have to, I'm guessing, put the jar in a very boiling hot water bottle. I mean, boiling bottle. And as you grab out the jar, it's very hot. So you grab with a jar lifter. Well, this is where Megan done hooked up. Okay. This is where she messed up because here's where she grabs it. And those of you that have made jam, you'll be able to recognize this. She grabs it with the jam lifter, but the jam lifter is upside down. And if you're a jam person, you're going to know that's like carrying, I don't know, that's like opening your peanut butter upside down. That's like blasphemy. That's blasphemy for a jar lifting process. And it just makes, again, everything that she does feel so inauthentic. You don't even know how to lift your jam lifter. And here's the thing, it's a mistake that probably everyone makes. But why is no one in her room saying, hey, Megan, you're doing that wrong? She's not using the part of the jam lifter that is supposed to protect your hands from the heat. It's just so embarrassing. Bone says, whoa, are we thinking a fraud jam maker? I'm thinking she's a fraud. She's a fram maker. She's a fraud. She's a fraud jam maker. Jam is not her jam. And, Shauna says, do you think that she'd probably get mad at them? Yeah, they were probably like, Megan, I'm really sorry. I have to tell you that you just shut up. I mean, that's alleged. I don't know if that's really what happened, but maybe they were like, Megan, it's wrong. Just go away. I'm making my jam. Jam Fraud 101 by Meghan Markle. Meanwhile, her hands are probably burning. Meghan Markle has left royal fans, it says, baffled. Baffled. After they noticed she appeared to be holding her jam equipment upside down in new photographs. Baffled. Fans wrote online, OMG. She's holding the jar lifter upside down. She's using the jar lifter wrong. I've been canning for years. Oh my God. She previously declared that jam is her jam, but she is not. One person noted you'd so use the back burner and hold the clamp upside down. Others said, here's Megan acting like she personally cans all the jars at her home. How authentic. Another person, must be her first time. I did the same thing. I was corrected by my mother. People were not happy. And this is for all of you out there that want to jam and jar and jam lift. This is how you jam. Okay? So now you are learning right now. And Robin even knows I've never used my jar lifter upside down. There is no grip on the handle side. Good way to drop a jar. LOL. There you go. And Copper says the water is boiling hot. You should have your pot in front. Listen, jammers around the world are pissed. Jammers against Meghan Markle. Start a protest. People were not happy, Tracy says. Meghan, thank you for reminding us to laugh. Let's she's gonna have to move on from jam. She's moving on from her Netflix show. She's gonna have to move on from wine because no one wants to spend that much money on as ever. She's gonna move on from jamming. What's next, Megan? What's next? She needs a consultant on set like Grey's Anatomy, Maddie says. Yeah, like the doctors need a doctor on set. She needs a jam consultant. She needs to hire um Barefoot Contessa to be like, is this how I cook? The jammer community is outraged. Oh my God. The jamming union is pissed. Don't besmirch our community.